Let us model Hornet from hollowknight. We'll start with a cube, scale it down, and add an edge loop. We used a reference from the internet, just moving it back so that the box is visible, and we will extrude the two faces and scale them inside. Just make sure that they are small. We'll add edge loops to add some definition towards the head. Scale them inside. It's like a modeling process now. We'll add an edge loop at the bottom to give definition to the head and scale the bottom vertices down. We'll go to the side view and move the horns back like in the reference image and push and pull some vertices to sculpt the head. We'll go to modify panel and add subdivision surfaces and add two levels. Go to object mode and shades mode to see how it looks. Scale this part up to give the definition to the head. Now we'll model the eyes. So we'll select the face and insert it, extrude it inside, extrude it again and scale it. And we will repeat the same process for the other eye. Insert it, extrude it, and extrude again and scale. So extrude, extrude again and scale. We'll spend some time modeling the eyes, rotate the eyes, and we'll have to go to the X-ray mode to select all the vertices, scale it down, just trying to create the eyes to my liking here. Alright, so this side looks flat, so we'll add an edge loop, some more modeling. I'm just not happy with the shape, so pushing and pulling some vertices. We'll add the edge loop on the side and scale it to give definition to the head. And that's about it for the head. Now we will move on to the body. So we'll start with the cube, and same like head, we will scale it down, move it in the place, add an edge loop, extrude the bottom two faces to create the legs. We will then add some edge loops and sculpt the body a little bit. So it should be a little longer. Add edge loops for the legs, some definition at the bottom of the leg, some definition at the joint, and add a subdivision surface modifier with two levels. Okay, so X-ray mode and scale it in. The legs are a little bent, so we'll add that bend. some more sculpting. We'll now create the dress. So add a cube, move it in place, go to edit mode and scale it down, add an edge loop, scale it in, move it down for the length and scale it up. We'll add another edge loop to add definition to the dress. We'll select the top part and delete it, and the bottom part and delete it. Then add subdivision surface with 3 levels this time and apply it. Shades mode to see how it looks. Now we'll model the sword. Rename the object so you know which one is which. Again, create a cube, scale it down for the handle, scale it out, extrude the face out, scale it up, extrude it out and scale it down. Add an edge loop, on both sides. Then we'll select the corner and merge the vertices, and then we'll merge these to create the sharpness for the sword. We'll add some definition to the handle of the sword by selecting the vertices and scaling them in X and Y. We'll add a torus for the handle of the sword. Try to play with the 2 radius to get the right shape and move it in place. Move it in the back. Now we are going to select the dress and select the top part of it, and we'll create a vertex group. Rename the vertex group and give it any name. I call it top and assign. Assign is the important part of it. You can see that the body is coming out, so we need to scale the body in or scale the dress out. We'll select the dress and add a cloth modifier, and pin group, use the top. When you play, you can see how the cloth falls. We'll add the body as a collision so the dress collides with the body. We'll add a force field and wind and put it in the direction you want the skirt to flow, and the strength has to be huge to get that wind. Now you can play with the wind strength so that the dress doesn't go inside each other and then see what you like. We'll work on materials now. So create a material for the dress, add a red color and assign it. Create a material for the body, make it a black color. For the head, use a white color and we'll add another material and use the black material. Go to edit mode, select the polygons which are supposed to be black and assign. We'll add a metal material and increase the metallic property and reduce the roughness for the sword. We're adding little metallic value to all so that it's nice and shiny. We are done with the modeling, so we'll delete the reference image and create a background. So create a plane, scale it big, add an edge loop, and place it in such a way that you have a nice backdrop. We'll add the bevel and add segments to the bevel so it's smooth. Add a camera and go to view, camera to viewport, and position your camera. I wanted to use it for the mobile, so I'm using 1080 by 1920. And then you'll have to move the sword around and stuff to get the right camera angle. We'll add an environment HDRI image for lighting. Move to from EV to cycles. Samples to 32 for speeding up the render. And this is the result you get. Add some dark material to the background so that the character stands out. Play with the materials. In the next class, we'll look at how I created the glow and the other part of the tutorial.